course for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis.
Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs, taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
Strap in. This will be a good one. Two one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports.
And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They run with the All-Pro from a couple of years ago, Jonathan Taylor.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings.
They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? Second and 6, just inside the 30. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
This ball deep for Tony. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen.
And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
I don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Vikings!
Kene Nwangu, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, then just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Now it's Richardson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Kelsey, the intended receiver there, but it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings.
They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked off by Lucine.
And he's going to take this one back to the 47.
To the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem turnover was only exacerbated by his early showing to go. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared a double-digit mark for the entire season.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins.
Pass complete to Addison.
Touchdown, Vikings!
Jordan Addison.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that way.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Back to Taylor on 1st down.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This defense for the Vikings, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. And they'll go to the air now with Richardson.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce, 50 yards.
And the Chiefs are back within a score. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Open right side, complete to Rager.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They go play action. Cousins. They'll roll him out right.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now Cousins.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now he's loose down the middle of the field.
Touchdown!
Kene Nwangwu.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, it's still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
2nd and 10. Second down, here's Richardson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
There's a first down trying the game and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Fielded at about the 28. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this deep.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. Stop made there by Brian Asamoah.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 9. Richardson now going to fake the jet sweep, and he'll throw off play action.
Flushed out right.
Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. Picked by the linebacker, Brian Asamoah. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now here's a throw that's complete. It'll be taken down, but not before it gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Now a give running left is Nwangu. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
A pretty wild first quarter, 21-7.
Back to Nwangu again on 1st down.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Felix Anudike-Uzomah fighting through to bring him down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Cousins now.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 3rd down.
7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Addison hauls it in. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Now a give running right, Nwangu. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The 71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. Third down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal?
Up the middle, Nwangu.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
The tight end in motion right.
Another run now for Nwangu.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down.
This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. In motion, the tight end. They get this out quickly to the left side. There's Hawkinson in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings.
Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon.
And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Joseph on for the extra point.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Now Richardson going to shift things up. On third down, here's Taylor.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor.
A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Richardson looking to throw this. They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
7 yards there on the 1st down screen play. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Here's 2nd and 3.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey.
Richardson now on 2nd down. He's got this to the rookie, Rashee Rice.
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock.
Here's 2nd and 10. Richardson. He's going up top for Taylor. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, and that's kind of how it's gone for him so far. That was a ball they need to get back in this game. A quick strike, a big play. But he led his guy too far, and it winds up over his head.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd.
Back to the air with Richardson.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
He did a fine job there not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Going for it on 4th, Richardson. Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Richardson yet again.
he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Second and 10, back to the air with Richardson.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, Bill, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back right now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Young, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Vikings like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back underway for the second half.
Longer now from his end zone.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Off the play fake, Cousins.
That's down the field for Jefferson.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Cousins throwing quickly out for Jefferson.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
104 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
2nd and 10.
To throw, Cousins.
That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They find some open field here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So he stopped for no gain. And that will bring up second down. Cousins again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On third down, Cousins. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They'll look to run with Nwangu.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Kene Nwangu
with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year.
And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Joseph now to have the PAT. Now, the PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll run with Tanner to begin the drive.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Richardson out of the shotgun.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball. They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on 1st down.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10.
Eluding the pressure right. Touchdown, Vikings!
Justin Jefferson.
26 yards.
And the Vikings have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
He's going to take another shot here. And got his man complete. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Chiefs are able to claw one back. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Still comfortably on top, third quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Quickly to Addison here. There he goes, right side. Down the sideline he goes.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Cousins.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
Touchdown!
Justin Jefferson
with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Vikings get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
The 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get on. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Richardson on 3rd and short. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 31-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, down at the 31.
Here's Richardson to throw.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And I don't know that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline is still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. That one goes for 36 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
Stays on his feet. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Kene Nwangwu
scampering home from 19 yards out.
And the Vikings are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
Joseph on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
And Marcus Davenport, former Saint, in on the stop there.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
Room past the 35.
As he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Vikings' 48-yard line.
Let's go now.
2nd down, here's Richardson.
Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 28. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
This is 2nd and 8. On second down, it's Richardson to throw it. That'll be caught. It's Tony.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Cousins throw pulled in by Jefferson.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
A quick throw into the hands of Rager.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Well, every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there.
Throwing here, Cousins.
Delivers the pass to Rager on the out route.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second down. And they're going to speed things up here. Working out of the gun, Cousins.
He'll get this right back to Rager.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. To the air again, it's Cousins. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Throwing, Cousins.
And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Cousins to throw it.
He lets one go deep for Addison.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
Partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on all those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest. They kind of